Justin Trudeau's Liberal government allowed $372 million meant to help veterans and their families go unspent since he took office in November 2015. Now, this, despite the fact that Trudeau said that leaving money for veterans unspent is wrong and that a government led by him would fix it. Well, he didn't fix it. It actually took the NDP to fix it. So, this is what happened thanks to the NDP. Parliament unanimously approves plan to stop leaving money unspent at Veteran Affairs Canada. Proposed Monday and voted on Tuesday, the NDP motion says the government should, quote, automatically carry forward all annual lapsed spending at the Department of Veterans Affairs to the next fiscal year for the sole purpose of improving services for Canadian veterans. The motion states that any money carried forward should be targeted towards Veteran Affairs Canada, meeting its own standards in the 12 service areas where it is currently failing, including improving wait times for disability benefits, telephone services, vocational training, and rehabilitation programs. Now, this is what NDP leader Jagmeet Singh had to say about it.
New Democrats are very proud today to be putting forward a motion. When we look at our country, and particularly coming up to this weekend, we think about the incredible sacrifice made by the men and women who serve Canada. Their sacrifice, what they've given to our country is incredible. It's enormous. And at a minimum, they deserve respect and dignity. But for too long, that's not been the case. They've received inadequate services when it comes to accessing benefits, disability, support services. The wait times are far too long. This is a disrespect to people who've given so much. Veterans have had our back. At a minimum, Canada needs to take care of them. And what's happened over the past number of years is every year money is promised to Veterans Affairs. That money has lapsed or not been spent. And that means veterans are then robbed of finances and resources for the services they need. This has to end. Our motion today is going to end that. Our motion today will call on this government to ensure that any money that's spent or any money that's promised and not spent is rolled over and is spent in the next fiscal year. This would end the theft of financing and resources for Veterans Affairs and ensure that we actually see the adequate levels of care and response times for veterans who've given so much.
So I think this is just sort of a no-brainer. I mean, I'm surprised this was even an issue that the NDP had to patch up because of the Liberals' failure. So this again just shows you that the NDP is there to actually look out for real Canadians, people that are, I mean, helping out veterans, supporting veterans should be at the top of anyone's list. It's a very easy thing to do. It's good both politically and it's just ethical. It's just moral. It's morally the right thing to do. So the NDP, whether it's on healthcare issues, on veterans issues, on wages, the NDP care about actual people. Now, it kind of surprises me that the NDP right now federally are way down in the polls, but I think part of the reason is because there isn't any, the way our system works here, I mean, if you're an American watching this, is we aren't super engaged in politics every day, really, until the elections. So someone like me who's covering it, I mean, unless you're covering Canadian politics, most Canadians aren't all that engaged in what's going on. So I think once the NDP start running, or once the elections start in a year, there's going to be more of a focus on what the NDP platform is, who Jagmeet Singh is, and the potential there for some growth. But right now, as it stands, the NDP have to essentially patch up mistakes that the Liberals have made, that thankfully the Liberals have supported. But for this to even be an issue at all shows you the failure of Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party as any sort of progressive party for the people.